for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 I'm so gone, no I'm never turning back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so on, you're gonna be hurting bad. Cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong, you will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.
And we are live. Welcome everyone, whether you're on the YouTube side of things or the Twitch side of things. It's another Cleveland Browns franchise here on Madden 25, the original, aka Madden 14. Who's ready for an offseason? Dusk, welcome to the stream. And if you're over on the Twitch side, just have the YouTube side up in another window. Give me that watch time, why don't you? You don't have to, but I'm just saying. Alright. Making sure everything's good on both sides. Yep, we are good. Alright, so today, it's easy. We're going through the offseason. I don't know. No, you know I'm going to get upset. This game knows how to piss me off with draft situations. I will never forget. I brought it up to the Cardinals franchise I did back in the day on my own before I ever started YouTube. And, I wanted Teddy Bridgewater to team back up with to team him up with Devontae Parker, and yeah. Didn't work. It's too little flavor. I need more flavor than that. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Ooh, that mango comes in strong. Woo! Alright, before we get to the draft though, we gotta do some free agency work. And the main part of that is re-signings. We've only got a couple of guys I really want to re-sign. There's not a lot. So, Jared, welcome to the stream, man. How are you doing? How's your Tuesday been? I mean, that money is only there for signing bonus. Keep that in mind. That money is there for the signing bonuses. And we're going to start our signings with Chris Owens, who made the Pro Bowl, so he has a shit ton of experience. I'm not going to let that guy walk when he's got a shit ton of experience. And he's also dirt cheap. He'll want a little bit of guaranteed money, so I'll stack a bit of it. You good with that? If he's not there anymore, we got him. I gave him exactly what he wanted too. That's one of the most like easygoing re-signings I think I've had in a while. I gave him exactly what, like, essentially exactly what he wanted. Very little guarantee. I just saw the Khalil Shakir contract, and hey, I'm happy for him. He didn't get like an ungodly amount of money, but he got paid. He got paid. I think it's a fine deal for a guy that proved he can be that guy. And Buffalo hasn't had a lot of receivers that Josh has been able to grow with. Now they've got one. I'd like to bring CJ Wilson back, but yeah, he wants more than I'm willing to offer right now. You have no traits though, CJ. That's the one thing that makes me kind of okay. He has 45 finesse. Okay, no, never mind. You have some power moves and nothing else. Not all the time. Certain guys will. I offered Spencer Ware what he wanted, and he said no. So guys will say no to the desired contract. There are guys that will say no to the desired contract. It's not as easy as, hey, this is what you want. Here you go. 9 times out of 10, they'll probably sign for it as long as there's guaranteed money involved. But I'm going to let Johnson hit free agency. I need to look at your accuracy again. Yeah, of course he has absolutely no interest in trading Myles Garrett until Myles Garrett says, I'm not playing for you. When that happens, there's going to be a lot of interest in trading him. Yeah. It's 87 accuracy. We're not going to get better than that. Not from a rookie. I'll give him 20 mil guaranteed. Or 20 mil. 20,000 guaranteed. I'll go just about what he wants on a 2-year deal. Come on, John. We got him. We got our kicker. I think those are all the re-signings I really want to do. I'd like to get Spencer Ware back. I'm gonna let Craig Robertson go just because he's a base 4-3 player. And yeah, I think that's it. I don't remember what our offense is. No, we're not tagging him. I'm not gonna pay him that much. His deal would have been cheaper if I had signed him. I'm not gonna pay him that much to be a number 2 running back. I'm not going to do that. Alright, let's go see one thing in particular. That's, where's the staff? Balanced offense. Okay. Good to know. The fans aren't happy, and the recent success is bad. 8-8 is like a miracle year for Cleveland. Let's be real here. Oh, don't worry. I'm going to try and get him in free agency. He's a fullback. His contract's not going to be much. He's a fullback. But I'm gonna try and get him in free agency. Where is what I want? Strategy. Schemes, because we have to change our scheme. Jason Garrett, there we go. Defensive playbook. Jason Garrett, there we go. Offensive scheme. Nope, we want attacking 3-4, and we want a balanced offense. I don't know what Garrett prefers in all this. I would assume pocket passer, given what he's played with before. Or given what he's coached with. But yeah. This all, I don't know what we're going to do. I will say I agree with this. And I agree with that. No. Give me... I want power my kicker. And my... You know what? And my punter. Give me power. Yeah, I think that's what we'll live with. Give me a versatile 3-4 on one side, run stopper on the other, and then good to go there. Alright. The stadium rating right now, I'm assuming it's not going to be great. I assume it is not going to be great. Let's see. Fan zone's the only thing that really needs work. It's 27 right now. I'm not going to spend these funds when we don't have enough to spend right now, when we got to worry about our cap and signing bonuses. Well, I can't really ruin it right now. Can't do that. Just got to ruin over time. Once again, I don't think I'm going to bring any of these guys back. Most of these guys I signed in free agency anyways, so we might see most of them in free agency again. Oh, you're not wrong there. 3 teams in Ohio is far too many. Hell, I'd argue 2 teams in Ohio is a little much. But I get Cleveland and Cincinnati having one. Also, the only reason Cincinnati has a team is because anger. I saw the tweet. I don't believe it, really. Because without Brady, why would Gronk come back? I don't believe it. So, I don't think that he would make a comeback without Tom. Okay, what do we got here? What do we got here? So Seabass is the top available free agent. That says a lot. Ooh, Brandon Spikes be nice. But linebacker's not our biggest issue. So, I mean, attacking 4-3 is not terrible. That's gonna cost, but how is this scheme poor? He fits it perfectly. Alright, let's go ahead and first look at quarterbacks. Chad Henne is here, everybody. Apparently, no scheme. Why does Jimmy Clausen fit our scheme? Oh, I know. Okay, I get it. Because he's a pocket passer. Now I get it. I didn't notice their style of scheme. Yeah, that's probably about right. Maybe. Probably close to. I will say Jimmy Clausen as a backup wouldn't be a bad idea on a cheap deal. But we've got our quarterbacks right now. What's the running back situation? I've got one question. Why is he available? Jan, you're going to have a talk with your Raiders, man. They apparently want to go with the younger Kendall Hunter instead of Run DMC. I'm not going to sign Run DMC, but... Oh, there's Ben Tate. Remember when he was the top guy on the market? What the fuck is going on? Why is everyone after Felix Jones? Ah, Toby Gerhart. I was just watching 2014 Jacksonville and... fullback. No, I found the hottest commodity. And it's because he doesn't want any money. I'll give you a 3-year deal. It's because of his overall. If you don't have a fullback and he's the highest guy on the market, everybody will go after him. That's the main reason. And I will say, I'm going to change that man to a running back the second I get a chance at position changes. Okay, strong safety. Ooh, actually. Okay. A little bit better than I anticipated. I don't think I'm gonna go crazy here for some of these guys. Like, I don't think I'm willing to pay Bernard Pollard what he wants. What's the free safety market? Out of curiosity. Oh. Okay. Here's our play. You sign Justin Bethel, move him to strong safety. That's your play. Because he fits our scheme perfectly at strong safety. We've got a free safety in Tashawn Gibson. We've got the young guy there. We don't need a free safety right now. I think that might be the move. Aqib Talib's available and Jacksonville's going after him. Don't make that mistake, Jacksonville. What the fuck are you doing? I'm not gonna lie, I'd be tempted to go after D'Lo. Sam Shields doesn't have a market? I mean, I'm assuming it's because of his contract, because you can get Chris Harris for essentially the same shit. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm tempted. Pass rusher, we're a bit set. I don't think we're gonna be worrying too much about that. Oh yeah, it is. It is a drop off at pass rusher. Third place. Yeah. Yep. Dude, Pat Riley? Timeout. What? You got Perry Riley? Oh, I'm tempted. I liked Perry Riley a lot in this game. Like, 83 speed was good for a linebacker at this day and age. Okay, so I think Justin Bethel is going to be our big target because we need a free safety. I need to make sure I know our biggest needs. Whoops. So our biggest needs right now is probably a quarterback. We've got our running back in place with Trent Richardson, so we're good there. We could use some depth. We need a fullback, so we need to pay a fullback, you know. We can use some depth at receiver. Hey, he went for 1,000 yards. He was like 9th in the league. He was a top 10 running back. Don't question it. Top 10 running back, Trent Richardson. We probably could upgrade at tight end, but I'm good with Jordan Cameron. I think we need depth at almost every line spot. Oh, we need a right guard. Okay. Good to know. That is our biggest issue right now, actually. We do need a second linebacker. Oh, okay. We have pass rushers for days, apparently. I know we just signed Paul Kruger, but I'm tempted. We just signed this man last offseason. I'm adding him to the trade block. He's 28. We have Barkevious Mingo who can move to that side. Chris Owens played really well last year. Buster Screen had a couple good outings. He's up to a 77. He started the year at like a 70. Tayshaun Gibson's an 81. That man started the year at 73. Yep, so strong safety is the biggest weak spot next to guard. So those are our prime 2 spots, and then everything else is kind of depth and luxury. Yeah, see, Trent Richardson, 9th in rushing. He was a top 10 back. I know. Fucking batshit insane. So let me go to safety and take care of that. Justin Bethel, how's it going, man? So, yeah, what do you want? 4 years, 8.32. That's not terrible at all, really, for how I feel. I'm willing to go 9 mil over 4, 350,000 guaranteed. Now, the one thing I hate with this game is you can never tell who's in first. I can never tell who is in first. I believe it's the team all the way to the right. So, like, we would be in first here. We don't know who's in first here because all 32 teams, well, 16 teams apparently, are after him. And they can only apparently show 14 of them. Trying to think if I want to up my offer. I went 3 years, 108 million with 150 guaranteed. Four years, 9 million with 104 million guaranteed. And then that's what, 3 years, essentially 2 million. Actually, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna increase the offer. I want to get this directly to 2 million. Okay, that's it. 3 years, 2 million. There we go. Up the offer a tad bit. Okay, who's available at guard? Please tell me there's at least one good guard on the market. Jeff Schwartz. Richie Incognito. I'm not signing him. Zane Beatles. No. Some of these guys, I guarantee you, I am going to not sign because I just have bad memories of them. Doug Legursky. No. Okay, right guard. Who's available? You know what the sad thing is? All three of you are better overall than the guy I got rid of. He's just young. No one's after him. They both want the same amount of money. That's a 4-year deal, a 4-year commitment. I was kind of only hoping for a 2-year deal. Not gonna lie. Let's see. 74 impact. 80 pass, 75 run. Well, I think offensive line is a necessity in the draft right now. Way too big of a deal about the top players in the draft not doing the combine. I mean, I don't think... I get some of them. Like, to me, I think Shedeur should throw. I think he needs to impress. Because it's well documented that people aren't sold on him. I think he needs to impress more. I think this was his time to do that. So I get being mad that Gentry wasn't going to run. Dude's the top back hands down. He's not running. I think if there's a chance to impress a bit more, you do it. Especially if you have a guy fighting you at the top, like Cam Ward. I think there's incentive to do it. I get not doing it, but I think there's incentive to do it. Well, you're more balanced. You both kind of suck. But, you know, you're more balanced. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I may just draft a guy at guard and then see who's available. Like that's kind of how I feel about this offensive line situation right now. There's not much here. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, but I still think there's certain things where I get you not doing... Like, I don't think most quarterbacks need to run, personally. Unless you know you can impress with the 40, you don't need to run if you're a quarterback. You just don't. if you are fighting somebody with your arm, you might want to throw. Hell, Joe Milton's only got his name out there initially because his ball speed at the combine, so. Where's the guy I let walk? I might grab him again, just so we have someone. With no guaranteed money? Yeah, here you go. I'll give it to you with no guaranteed money. I have no problem on that contract with no guarantee. I mean, it can help some early guys, but it's those guys that once again are fighting dudes. That's the only thing. Like Mariota Winston, that type of situation. They're gonna go top pick no matter what. But which one impresses more? Those are the only times where I think the top guy should do it. Genti doesn't have to do shit. He doesn't have to do anything in his pro day, in my opinion. That dude doesn't have to do anything. He is by far the top back in this class, and it's not even close. Do I want to go for Perry Riley? Do I want to do it? Because I don't want to get into this market. Look at that contract you're going to have to pay. Like, I'm not getting into that market for spikes. As much as I would love that. Like, tandem up front in the linebacking core. I'm not getting into that market. I'll get into the Perry Riley market. I'll lowball him a bit, just under his desired contract, 11.6 mil over 4. Wide receiver. I'd be interested, I'm not gonna lie, but that contract is batshit insane. Like, these contracts for the receivers are a little higher than I anticipated for some of them. I love Devin Hester. I love Devin Hester. I was pissed he didn't go in first ballot. Who is paying that kind of money a year for Devin Hester? I mean, I could lowball Andre Roberts a bit as a slot guy. Eric Decker. Ooh, actually, wait a minute. Now we can have a conversation. Emmanuel Sanders in the slot? That one I'm intrigued by. Kenny Britt, I think his injury is a bit high in this game, and that's the only reason I would not be interested in that. Is that Denario Alexander? Timeout. Yep. Damn, remember that tiny little bit where he made a name for himself with the Chargers? We could use a third wideout. Because we've got Josh Gordon and Greg Little. Both are outside guys. We need that slot guy outside of Travis Benjamin. And if we can upgrade with an Emmanuel Sanders... Yeah, man. Doug Baldwin. Jacoby Ford. Brandon LaFell's got a market, everyone. Mark Mariani. Ree Henderson. Trendon Holiday. The Omen. No, never mind. That's not the Omen. That's Lavelle Hawkins. I don't think we'll get anything out of Edwards. I'll say that much. He's a speedster, good return man, but we've got that. Lewis Murphy, Ricardo Lockett. Julian Edelman's got an offer from the Titans. That's crazy. I love it. I love it. This was one thing I will say with this game that it did very well. You would see teams favor guys that fit their scheme over better overall players. That is the one thing this game did really well. Because you could go down and see like big names not getting contracts, and then you'd see Julian Edelman getting a contract from the Titans. It's probably because he fits their scheme really well. Laurent Robinson getting a contract from the Panthers. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hand out this Emmanuel Sanders deal. We've got money to spend. And if we can add some firepower for whomever is playing quarterback for us, whether it's Brandon Whedon or maybe even A.J. McCarron, I'm down. There we go. 22/5. It's exactly what you want, E-Man. Let's go. Young Emmanuel Sanders. Some names for jersey prices. We do need some depth at end, I believe, as well. There's not much here. There is not much here at all. Holy shit. Fuck. CJ Wilson's got a market. It's not a crazy one, but he's got a market. I kind of expected as much. Yeah, I saw Kelsey's coming back. I mean, with the lack of effort he was showing on some plays, I'm shocked he's coming back. I still fully believe his brain was already set in retirement. I think it's only the fact that they lost the Super Bowl is the reason he's coming back. What are you doing, Jacksonville? What are you doing? Aqib Talib and Greg Hardy? I'm sorry. You're building like the Dallas Cowboys right now. I'm not happy about that. Yeah, no, BJ Raji, actually. We're pretty set at starters there, though. I don't really want to go after a starter. Ooh, Ziggy Hood. That's a little bit much, though, for a guy who's going to be on the bench. Although at 27, it's not much of a uptick in contract. Why are the fictional Jags pissing me off? They're signing every criminal in the goddamn book. They're building like they're Jerry Jones. Do they have a rap sheet? Well, we need to bring him in. And technically, Aqib Talib doesn't have the rap sheet. It's his brother that has the rap sheet. He just didn't stop him. Was it his brother or his cousin? Whoever it was? I'm going to lowball him a tad bit. 375. Okay. I think the only position I haven't really looked at is corner now. And I am tempted to throw an offer out on Chris Harris. I mean, his whole family has a rap sheet outside of his mother. I mean, his dad has a rap sheet. His brother's got a worse rap sheet. Technically. His dad's got 3 DUIs, but I mean, his brother's got sexual assault charges. Well, technically, no, it's sexual assault. It's light sexual assault, but it's sexual assault. Alteron Werner, look at that. Javier Arenas. What is your coverage? 81 man, 84 zone, and you're a man-to-man guy? That's surprising. Okay. I'm tempted. This is the stupidest part of this game, is having to go all the way back every time. I don't know. I saw the footage and he's guilty. Anyone with eyes knows he's guilty. Whoops. I did not mean to do... Well, shit. I did mean to do that because I wanted to check his skill set. I mean, anyone who saw that footage of that knows he's guilty. Like, it is very blatant. Ah, 91 speed for Chris Harris. Okay, that explains it. 90? No, 81 zone. I thought he had 91 zone. I'm like, holy shit. Oh, yeah, it's definitely worth signing him. I will take the pay increase to sign this man. Get him up to 15 here, and then get that guaranteed money up a tad bit. Boom, 16 over 4, Chris Harris. I hope you take that deal. That's 4 mil on the cap. That's the biggest contract I think I've given out yet. I don't think I'm gonna make any more moves on the line. I think we'll settle that in the free or in the draft for the most part. About defensive tackle, who's available here? Terrence Cody. I think I'm kind of set. I don't really think I need to make really any moves. Jermichael Finley's on the market. Andrew Quarles. Remember when everybody thought he was going to be something? Hey, Julius Thomas has no market. Alan Reisner has a market. What? Any last minute offer I want to make here? Nah, some of these guys will be available in free agency. Okay, what are all my negotiations so far? We've got Chris Harris, Justin Bethel, Emmanuel Sanders, Perry Riley, Ziggy Hood, Spencer Ware, and Luvo, who we're just trying to bring back because the offensive line market sucks. Okay. I think I'll live with that right now. I think that's going to be our first day of free agency. Do we like what we have attacked? Do we like the attack we have gone with so far? Needs more former Raiders? Nah, I think we're good on that. I think we're good on that front. Alright. I am going to take one more look at the roster before we move on. Just so I make sure I've got an idea of where I want to attack, not only in the draft, but in the next section of free agency. So we know we've looked at quarterback plenty. Gone after one running back. Fullback, I'm not too terribly worried. Yeah, I wasn't going to spurge this offseason, like, massively. Especially given we are not in a situation where we are win now. We're like, compete and see what happens. Yeah, all we need is, well, we could use a starting left guard, but once again, it depends on where I am in the offseason. If I'm, win now, like, we have to fucking win, I'll splurge. But 9 times out of 10, I'm not in a position where I'm like, we splurge. Like, I think one of the only times I splurged was, Jags franchise season 3, because we had arguably the best draft class I've ever had. With Ty Bramble and, why can't I remember the corner's name that I picked before him? Ty was like the key piece to the puzzle, so, but yeah. Azzik, welcome to the stream, man. How you doing? I'm not gonna say, yeah, no, I'm more scared of Josh Allen than I am Travis Kelce, so, yeah, no, I'm not gonna say that. Pretty good there. We've got our depth there for now. We could use some more defensive tackle, but that's fine. We'll see what the market is for Paul Kruger. I've got a backup linebacker paid. Yeah, okay. So I took care of all the big needs. I should look at our picks, because I don't know when we're picking. I did not look at our exact pick. Because I thought about that earlier today. I'm like, did I ever look at when we pick? Oh, that's beautiful. 14th is fantastic. We have 2 4s nearly right next to each other and 2 3s nearly right next to each other. That is a beautiful class right there. That is a beautiful class right there. Okay. I can be more scared of a dude that's 6'6" than I can of Travis Kelce, who will hide behind Taylor. I'll say this much. I'm more scared of Taylor Swift than I am Travis Kelce. I think Taylor Swift would kick my ass. I feel like she'll rip somebody's head off. Yeah, that's true, and that's the deadliest weapon. That is the deadliest weapon, is the fangirls. No, the Ravens will trade up in front of us to take whoever we want. That's what's going to happen. Okay. So, I feel good about our first wave of free agency. Let's move on, see who we get, who we don't get. I'm sure we'll miss out on at least one of the guys I want. I just hope it's not Spencer Ware. I'm not going to look. I'm not going to look. I'm waiting until the advancing week is over. Please, for the love of God. Nothing. Nothing. Really? Nothing? Oh. Oh. Fuck you, Indy. Okay, so we've got a bit more fight for Bethel. Everyone is still fighting for Ware, and a little bit of a fight here for Luvo, which I'm not really surprised at that with the market how it is for the offensive linemen. Yeah, let's up it a bit. We've got all the big guys. All the big dudes signed. So, I'll take it. I'll up this deal a tad bit. Mainly because he's our number 2 back. I don't mind doing it. And I don't think anyone's going to fight me on this deal. Alright. The big question is he getting any guaranteed money? I'm not going to offer him any guaranteed money. I'll offer him the contract he wants. I'm not giving him guaranteed money, though. If we go into the draft with, like, no guards, I'm fine with that. We know our priority in the mid-rounds, then. And I'll increase my offer a bit here. That's a little higher probably than I would like to go, but he is going to start, so I'm fine with it. Keep in mind, we've already got Chris Harris, Perry Riley, Emmanuel Sanders, and Ziggy Hood. So a depth end. You've got E-Man starting, which is great. He'll be in the slot for us. You got Perry Riley, who's starting, and you got Chris Harris, who's starting. So, good chunk of starters right off the bat. And Hood's only making about $1 million a year, so I'm fine with that for a rotational piece. And we barely cut into our funds. Only about $10 million. So. I do want to know, can I get a new Chris Harris jersey selling? No? Oh, that sucks. Who's the most popular players on the team right now? Why is this man one of the most popular players on the team? Why does he have, like, one of the best personalities? I don't like it. I don't like it. Not a fan. Oh, that's upgrade players. I don't want that. I want to upgrade people. Who would want that? I just want to check this trade market for Paul Kruger. Just to see what the market looks like for him. We are going to have to eat some dead money, but I'm just interested in what the interest level is. The Bears are somewhat interested. Somewhat. Somewhat. Ooh, Denver likes him. Bucks do not give two shits. Cardinals are like, eh. Chargers are, eh. The Chiefs do not give two shits. Colts don't give two shits. Cowboys, they're meh on them. Dolphins are meh. Eagles are like, yes. Okay. So I can send him to the Eagles at least. If I want to send him out of the AFC. Ravens are like, yeah, we don't really want him back. There are not a lot of teams interested in Kruger. That's interesting. Okay, so it's the Broncos or Eagles. That's okay, never mind. It's not the Broncos or Eagles. Apparently, the Cardinals are now interested. I didn't think they were interested. Who the fuck is interested in this guy? Because everybody keeps changing. Okay, the Eagles cared. I mean, it doesn't matter where they were at. It matters, do they want him? They were in the Super Bowl. They were the runners-up. I mean, we're going to eat some dead money for this. I want to see if I can get a second-round pick next year out of them. Because I'm playing for next year's draft more so than this year's draft right now. They're not at all interested in it. They're not even contemplating that idea. Okay, cool. They were like, that's what you want? We don't want them. Alright, well. He's on the block, so. The market is not there for him right now, though. I'm sure after free agency things might change, but right now that market is not there for him. Let's do a little bit of scouting. So, with offensive line being a thing we need to look at, I need to find some sleepers at guard. I have to. Okay, at this point, I need to scout these guards. So, we, scouted Norwell, Watt, Richardson, and Hopkins. What did I learn? The best guy here... Well, they're all kind of similar so far, it looks like. Ah, the best guy here was Chris Watt with that awareness. That's what we learned. Okay. Good to know. Interesting. He's not the best productivity. That was Norwell. Best size is arguably Richardson. What's the difference? They're both Bs. Ooh, okay. Chris Watt is officially my favorite guard right now. If he's as good as Andrew Norwell is, and we can get him in maybe the 3rd round, I'm down. I'm totally down with that. Alright, let me go look at some of the other guards here. Show me. Let's go Gabe Jackson. He's got the size. What's your scheme? Balanced offense. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm already not happy with you. Yeah, no. No. Well, the C awareness is nice, but, man. Yeah, no. No, you got 2 Ds in there, man. Let's go David Yankee. He was not good in reality. But, he's got the size. Oh, no. Alright, well, we at least know Watt is intriguing. That at least put a guard on our board. I wish you could make a draft board in this game. That's the only thing it really needs. Alright. Let's move on. Please show me Justin Bethel and Spencer Ware. It doesn't look like we got either of the two yet. If they've even made a decision. I hope they haven't. It is down to 2 teams for both of them. Okay. I think I sit on my offers. I've upped my offers twice for both of them. I think I'm just going to sit on him. I'm offering $2 million a year, essentially. Well, about $3 million a year, or $2.5 million a year for Justin Bethel. I'm offering a very good price for a fullback. And Luvo, I mean, if he doesn't take the deal, he doesn't take the deal. I think I'm just going to sit on those offers. It's a 2-horse race on both sides, so, you know. I mean, Luvo I'm not as worried about because I've only offered it to him because the market is so bad. Like, the free agents were terrible. Let me go unscouted. I want to look at the tackles. Because if we can find a, like a Zach Martin, I'm sure he'd be a good guard. If we could find someone like that down the line that we can move inside, I'd be down. So let's look. We do have the multiple mid-round picks. I'm going to look at Jake Matthews. Balanced offense. Good. Okay, you are a left tackle. You are a left tackle, and that is about all you're going to be as a left tackle. Got it. I don't even think I need to check the impact, but I'm doing it anyways. Actually, that's decent impact. I think he'll be a very solid left tackle. I'm going to go back here for a second. And just check. Was it Gabe Jackson that I had no interest in? Yep. Who was David Yankee? Yep, nope. Okay, Xavier Suifilo. Zone runs. It doesn't really fit our scheme, but I mean, the pass block and impact's there. Can't really be mad at that. Yep. Okay, so there is a drop-off from Norwell and Watt. Got it. Have I scouted any of them? I have. Yeah, things are not fun over here for offensive linemen. Holy shit. Let's go Michael Schofield. 6'7", 3-0 fucking 3. What the hell? That's a big boy. Yeah. Schofield's still playing? Good for him. I didn't realize he was still playing. Oh! Oh! You know what? You know what? It's something. We can at least get a depth guy at Juwan James. Show me at least a D. C. I was gonna say C, but I didn't think we'd get lucky. Juwan James is on the board. That's a 5th round prospect right there. That's definitely a target. That's definitely a target. Juwan James is officially a target. Yeah, that in the 5th round is huge. 318 at 6'6". Yeah. If we can move you around the line, that'd be even better. Now I do want to look at... We did look at the strong safeties already. Who did we scout? Probably just... Oh, we scouted everyone. Okay. Okay. Got it. I didn't realize we scouted that many guys. Unscouted. I want to see if we can find like a... I haven't scouted him. I want to see if we can find another pass rusher. Was Khalil Mack 25 when he came out? There's no way. Was he really 25 when he came out? Ooh. I'm shocked. I thought you would be at least a base 3-4 outside linebacker. I mean, this is... That's actually... Outside of the pursuit, I think his pursuit should have been at least a C. That's actually not terribly off. Strength should have been higher. But, like, for a rookie Khalil Mack, that's actually probably not that off. What's the block shed? Oh, no, they have him as a coverage linebacker. Yep, they don't have him as a rusher. Well, he's got C power moves, but yeah, he is not a pass rusher, I don't think. No, that doesn't fit. Yeah, but he was mainly a pass rusher at Buffalo. That's why I'm surprised. Let's go Rashid Hageman. Actually, I saw Grady Jarrett. I want to scout Grady Jarrett. Let's see. Base 4-3 doesn't fit our scheme exactly, but okay. Okay. Once again, 5th round, I'm down with this. The awareness isn't there, but I mean, you're a rookie. 9 times out of 10, the rookies have no awareness. I'm kind of down with this for Grady Jarrett. Yeah. He doesn't have the size. They say he's undersized for defensive tackle, which you're not wrong, but we can move him to like a 3-4 end, possibly. All right. Do I add any more money onto those deals? I'm going to take one more look at them. And the only reason I say I'm going to take one more look at them is I want to double check what Bethel's is. 9.5. 9.6. Okay. We'll go to a base 9.6. Plates of sushi to make it bigger. And I think I've got him at what? 2.6? 2.3. Yeah, I'm not going to offer any more guaranteed than that. There we go. That's 2.5 over 3. And what's Luvo at? 2.4? Yeah, I'm fine with that. Okay. At least we found some possible steals late in the draft. We found some guys that we can definitely target late. Already. That's nice to get off our plate. Please show me Justin Bethel and Spencer Ware at least. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. I don't think we got either of them. I don't think I got any of them. We got him! Spencer Ware's here. Okay, Spencer Ware is here. I do not think I can change him to running back yet. Please tell me. Justin Bethel is here. Awesome. Edit player because you're moving to strong safety. And I know I can at least move you to strong safety before the season even begins. Okay, beautiful. He's only a 78 at strong safety, but I'll take it. Because I believe in this game, did it lower their awareness when you moved them? Let me see. No, he still got 75 awareness. Okay. I don't know why he's so much lower, but... I feel like he had more hit power. I feel like he had more hit power. And it must have gotten lowered or something. Oh, this dude definitely lost some skills. His coverage was better before I moved him. Timeout. I never did look at his skill set, so I don't know. Shit, I was going to check. But I never did look at his skill set before I moved him. Well, whatever. That was my game plan from the get-go, was to move him to strong safety, but... Man, we just got a lot better depth at corner. With just adding Chris Harris. And let's find out. We didn't get the guard. He's off to Indy. Yep, he's starting for Indy. Wow. I didn't realize Indy was that weak at guard. Need a running back, Indianapolis? I think they re-signed Ahmad Bradshaw on a big deal. Okay, so offensive line's definitely a need going into the draft. However, we know what the biggest need is. We know that already. We have known that from the get-go. I have to see if I can move Spencer Ware to running back or not yet. Right now, Gary's our number 2. I think most every other position should be kind of good right now. Yep. We bring Perry in. Sorry, Tevin Wade. You don't get to, whoops, that was Leon McFadden. Not who I wanted to lower. There we go. Tayshaun Gibson. And then we've got Justin Bethel. Was Justin Bethel an undrafted free agent? 'Cause that's what it looks like. Anquan Bolden going to Cincinnati. He was a 6th rounder. Interesting. Because he's only got 2 years of experience. So that's very surprising that he's only got 2 years of experience. And he was already a free agent. Huh. Oops. Pull back. Can I move him to running back? I can. Yes! Boom. Okay, we do not have a fullback on the roster, but we do have a running back now. 3 running backs. Okay. We've got a tiny bit of points to spend. And I think... where do I want to spend them's the question. We haven't looked at tight end. We haven't really looked at running back. We haven't looked overly crazy at wide receiver, but... how many fullbacks are there in the class? There's only 5. So I'm probably just going to sign a guy after the draft, more than likely. Let's look at... let's look at Troy Nicholas. He's got 99 size. 6'7", 260. Well, you don't fit our scheme. I want to find a guy that fits our scheme. I would think... why is Chris Cooley here? What about Fedorowicz? Spread, okay. What about Arizona State's Chris Cooley? Spread. Xavier Gamble. Vertical, that's better. Jason Peters has finally hung up the cleats. Man, it took him a while. Well, dear Lord, for running the vertical offense, he cannot run. Alright. Well, let's just head to the draft. You got Justin Durant on the trade block. You got Shane Vereen on the trade block. And you got Kevin Williams on the trade block. You guys want to look at the big signings? See who signed Sebastian Janikowski? I'm terrified for this draft. I am so scared for this draft. Okay, here are some of the free agents that slipped through. Jermichael Finley. That's a guy we could go after if he slips through, you know. Anybody else of, like, actual note here? Guy Wimper's a guy we could bring in just to play guard. No! Get that out of the way real quick. John Skelton, I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was gonna get signed. How dare they not sign Michael Turner? Alright. There's a lot of players that just slipped through that I thought might see contracts. We're meeting with Cam Ward, Shador, Will Howard, and Kyle McCord, among others. Kyle McCord's one of those guys that's going to be real interesting to see what happens with him. It's going to be interesting to follow him. Okay, league signings. Sebastian Janikowski heads to Miami. Tim Jennings heads to Denver. Dan Carpenter's going to be kicking in Washington. Brandon Spikes, the top linebacker on the market, heads to the Raiders. Brown heads to Miami. Jeremy Macklin's a Jet. Brown to the Bengals. Darius Hayward-Bay to the Giants. Jared Valdir. Dear Lord. Miami just said, we're going to sign every Raider. If you play for the Raiders, we're signing you. Hakeem Nicks to Jacksonville. That's actually a really good signing for the Jags at this moment, because that tandem with Justin Blackmon, holy shit, I love that. Darryl Smith goes to Washington, sad face. Mesco, we got some punter movement. Brandon Colquitt. Desmond Bishop. Aqib Talib to Jacksonville. Kenny Phillips stays with the Giants. Devin Hester heads to the Raiders on a four-year, $16 million deal. In this day and age, that's a great contract. Back then, that's way too much money for a guy that is mainly a kick returner. I love Devin Hester, but that is too much money for a guy that is mainly a kick returner. That's way too much money for Chaz Henry. No, that's how Madden works. He'll play receiver, but I'm saying if we're talking reality, that's too much money. Clabo and Stephen Hausch could go to the Raiders. God damn, Raiders decided to spend all their money. Quentin Groves. Brendan Albert on a 5-year, $38.4 million deal. Sam Shields goes to the Falcons. Brent Grimes to the Niners. D'Lo's back in Oakland. Lamar Houston to Pittsburgh. That's actually a fantastic signing for Pittsburgh. Eugene Monroe to the Bengals. Wow, they fixed their left tackle problem before Joe Burrow got there. Saffold goes to the Chargers. Taylor May to the Falcons. Another punter goes. Any interesting ones? Ted Ginn to Carolina. Andre Roberts to the Giants. DRC to Buffalo. Did you want Josh Morgan, Jaron? Because the Raiders got him too. Mike Williams to Green Bay. Hey, they signed a wide receiver for Aaron Rodgers. Corey Webster to the Bucks. Jacksonville didn't get Greg Hardy. I'll take it. Thank God. Major Wright. Tyson Alualu to the Packers. The 1 year, $2 million. That's a depth deal there for Quentin Michael. Mario Manningham to the Colts. Alteron Werner to the Bills. Who didn't the Raiders sign at this point? Because they got Antoine Cason too. Golden Tate to the Bucks. Decker to Green Bay. Dear God, Green Bay signed 3 receivers. Pickett to Miami. Nnamdi Asomugha to the Ravens. That's a very Ravens move. Bruce Campbell to the Ravens. Kendall Hunter goes to Buffalo. Run DMC to Carolina. Javier Arenas to the Bucks. We are seeing like 4 teams. A lot of teams decide not to do anything. BJ Raji to the Patriots. Brandon Pettigrew to the Raiders. Cam Bradfield to the Bears. Ben Tate is the running back of the future for the Raiders. I mean, at this time, not a bad signing. You just gotta hope it works. Jerome Simpson to the Colts. Terrence Cody to Houston. And Charles Johnson to Jacksonville. What the fuck, man? Here's the quarterback signings. Henny's a Viking. Colts an Eagle. Baby Rogers is going to Carolina. Jaguars legend. Shard Mendenhall stays with the Cards. Felix Jones sweepstakes is won by the Steelers. Peyton Hillis to Green Bay. Some of these guys will not live out these contracts. That's a near guarantee. John Kuhn to Miami. Yeah, let's look at some of these other receivers. We went over a couple of them. Any other interesting ones? Jacoby Ford to Pittsburgh. Baldwin to Indy. Anquan Bolden to Cincy. Edwards to Tennessee is interesting because he's a kick returner first, a receiver second, but he's got speed, so that one's interesting. They did sign Julian Edelman. Tyquan Underwood to Kansas City. Be scared, everyone. A lot of one-year deals. Quarles goes to the Jets while McCoy goes to Green Bay. Yeah, not a lot of crazy moves. What about at middle linebacker? What were some of the big moves here? Outside of the ones we already knew about. Sharpton, Pittsburgh. Pat Angerer in Minnesota. Jonathan Vilma's a Viking. Craig Robertson goes to the Giants on a 3-year deal. Apparently the Raiders want to get that Florida team back together again. Somebody think he tested, that's why Shaw gave him AEW? I don't think so. Dude's pretty damn good with undrafted free agency. Legitimately, Tony Khan's the only reason the Jags have ever gotten good undrafted free agents. Before he came around, we could not get undrafted guys to save our ass. We find undrafted free agent receivers like it's candy now. Dan Connor. LJ Fort. Terrell Manning to Jacksonville. That's awesome. He's not going to be there very long, though. Let's see. Corners. Outside the ones we knew. Who else made the move? Any interesting ones here? Jermaine Brock to the Patriots. Captain Munnerlyn to the Niners. Chris Cook to Jacksonville. That's an interesting signing. Not a lot of crazy moves outside of those, like, few. Yeah. So a couple of big moves there, but nothing like that made me go, oh my god. Let's get to the draft. What are we thinking, though, right now? With our first pick at 14, are we going quarterback? Do we think we're going quarterback? Dusk is over on YouTube now. Hey, give me that watch time. I'll take it. I'll take it. We're going long snapper deal. I am going to take a quick bathroom break here before the draft. That way we can focus solely on it and be good to go. So everybody get up, go to the bathroom, get ready. We need you in the war room for this draft. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. I'll be back in a second. Alright, I'm back from the bathroom. I will say I almost thought of grabbing like a suit jacket that I have just for the draft, solely because I think it would be funny. Are you guys ready? Have you taken your seats in the war room so we can figure out who we are drafting with our 14th pick? Alright, let's go ahead. I'm jumping into the draft. I'm going to pause it immediately. Bengals have the first pick. And Bryn Renner is expected to be the first overall choice. Known that for weeks. Andy Dalton already getting kicked out? Or no, Andy Dalton's not here, is he? Should be. Right? Yeah. He's the Bengals quarterback at the time. I mean, we live in a crazy-ass timeline. Trent Richardson's still a Brown, and A.J. McCarron might be the quarterback. Let's see. Who are they gonna replace? Yeah, Andy Dalton's time is up, apparently. At 26 years old, Andy Dalton's time is up. They're saying no to Andy Dalton. Bryn Renner's gonna be their guy. I mean, we have a 30-year-old quarterback who we drafted 2 years ago. So, you know, dear Lord, the news is having a hard time loading in. Oh, I should look at the draft board. So, we select with the 14th pick. If the draft were to follow the board, the top choice for us would be Tevin Reese, the rookie out of Baylor, the wideout out of Baylor. So, that's the situation there. If it were to follow the board, it never does. So, don't expect that. But we have eyeballed. Oh. I know why his overall went down. I'm pretty sure I know why his overall went down. I'm pretty sure it went down because of the offense we run. I think he fit our other offense better. I think that's why his overall went down. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that's it. Ooh. So now there's a whole question mark. Because we were like, hey, A.J. McCarron's going to be our guy if we take a quarterback. Now you kind of wonder. Now there's also the option of trading down and such, but we threw our eggs all in the McCarron basket and it may bite us in the backside. Alright. But remember, we've got some guys here, specifically at guard to keep in mind, and tackle. Watt is a guy we definitely want to look at. Jawan James is a guy we definitely want to look at. We'll see how the board falls. Anything is possible. I wouldn't say a complete miss, but certainly seems like he may not be what we thought he was going to be. So with the first pick, and we're not trading up, Cincinnati Bengals select Bryn Renner, quarterback, North Carolina. Damn. I don't want to speculate, but this does not look good for Andy Dalton. Alright. St. Louis, or as we should call them now, the Columbus Capitals. With their first pick in Columbus, they select quarterback Taj Boyd. What the fuck? I did not see that coming. Could see the QB situation going either way for the Rams now with Taj Boyd in the fold. Are they going to make Taj Boyd the starter in St. Louis? Interesting situation right now. That is a definite. Alright, quarterbacks are going early. The Jets of New York select at number 3, Logan Thomas, quarterback, Virginia Tech. It has been 3 straight quarterbacks now. 3 straight quarterback selections. So now, I want to see, is anybody talking up Logan Thomas now? Look at what the Jets have at quarterback right now. I don't see why Logan Thomas can't win that job. Something tells me Geno Smith just called his agent. Oh, look at Matt Miller. So many spots for the Browns need to improve, but they can't go anywhere but quarterback for their first pick. Ooh. Oh, yeah, they believe we're going quarterback. All right. With Green Bay's next pick, the 4th pick in the draft, the Packers select center Weston Richburg. Okay, protecting their quarterback, as you should. Any news on him, or you guys just want to talk about quarterbacks? There we go. Perfect fit for the Packers. Love seeing players like Weston Richburg shake hands with the commish. Not very intriguing of a tweet there. Okay, your Raiders, Jaron. They select with the 5th pick. Quarterback, Aaron Murray, Georgia. That is 4 quarterbacks in the first 5 picks. Murray was expected to go 9th. So, we may not even get A.J. McCarron at this rate. I believe he is the 3rd best quarterback now on the board. Maybe even the 2nd. A.J. McCarron might be gone by 14. He is currently the 2nd best quarterback still remaining. That is where we stand right now. If we want a quarterback, we're going to have to select A.J. McCarron. It is such an interesting situation now. Alright. Ooh, Skip Bayless doesn't see a franchise quarterback when he looks at Aaron Murray. Uh-oh. The Cardinals with the 6th pick in the draft select corner Chris Davis, was projected to be the 2nd best player in this class. Well, he just fell to 6. Any talk of Chris Davis? Chris Davis was about the only one who didn't know if he would go first round. All right. I don't plan to move up. I may move down. It will depend. Tennessee, with their selection, they take left tackle Taylor Lewan. Michigan. Well, hey, somebody actually made the right pick. That's funny. That's funny as hell. Very rarely do you see the actual pick made. Alright, Tennessee got a good left tackle there. Very consistent. Maybe not the world's greatest left tackle, but a very, very solid left tackle. The Dallas Cowboys with the 8th pick in the draft select wide receiver Josh Huff, Oregon. There's talent you can dream. There's talent you can dream on with Josh Huff. That's weird. That's a weird tweet there, Matt Miller. With the 9th pick in the draft, the Chicago Bears select Kyle Fuller, corner. Okay. That looks more like Des Bryant. That looks so much like Des Bryant. I mean, it looks like they just used Des Bryant and didn't even fuse him with anyone. Okay, Pittsburgh with the 10th pick. They select Jeremy Gallen, wide receiver. They did just let E-Man go, so makes sense there. More realism with the Fuller pick, yep. Minnesota. Let's see how the draft board is falling. They have a little question at quarterback, so this could be a Southwick selection here. Aaron Colvin is available. LaMarcus Joyner. Joe Southwick is currently the top quarterback available. Justin Gilbert's there. We could select him. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting when our pick comes around. I just don't see a reason to move, even for the quarterback right now. Minnesota selects Joe Southwick, quarterback, Boise State. There are 2 teams ahead of us. I could see either one of them picking a quarterback. Probably not the Saints, but Joe Southwick, I believe, was the man who took over for Kellen Moore. I believe. Maybe there was a guy before him, but I believe he was the guy that took over for Kellen Moore. Tampa selects corner Carrington Bynum. And the New Orleans Saints, I would not expect to take a quarterback here. I will say that 15th pick could be a quarterback. Probably not, though. I doubt that. The New Orleans Saints select Keontae Evans. So, I am always one to look at trade downs before making my selection. I want to see the offers. The Ravens, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to make a deal with a division rival. San Fran offering up a 4 this year. The Eagles want to jump all the way from 31. I mean, I'd argue you'd have to give up more than that for that jump, but, you know. Yeah, I don't like any of these offers right now. For where we are, like, I don't think the Niners are far enough up the board for me to be happy about that. A 1st and a 4. Let's see. Where are the Niners on the board? Yeah, 24. Nah, they want to come up 10 spots. I don't know who they're after, but okay. So there's a handful of players here that have not been selected at their spot. LaMarcus Joyner, Aaron Colvin, and Corey Nelson did not go at their expected spot. I think the run on quarterbacks forced that hand. I don't really know who to go with here. Because, I mean, A.J. McCarron makes the most sense. Because we have an aging quarterback. But I don't know. I don't know. I will say this much. There is always the chance that McCarron falls. Now, that is a possibility. I'm not going to say it's going to happen, especially given the way this game works. Jacksonville could easily take A.J. McCarron with the next pick. I mean, the big thing is I don't see any player that I'm going... Outside of Andrew Norwell, there's not a single player on this board outside of McCarron that I would take before him. Like, there's nobody on here that is a big enough need. Because we took care of wide receiver in free agency. We took care of corner in free agency. We don't have a need at right tackle. We don't have a need at end. Like, we don't have a need at tight end. Like, Norwell's the only player I could see us taking over McCarron. And we have a guy just as good down the board that we're taking probably next round. So, I think we just grab our QB and hope he's the guy. If he's not, we're going to have plenty of picks next year to move. With the 14th pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select quarterback A.J. McCarron, Alabama. I think it's the best move to make. We get our quarterback. We hope he's the guy. If he's not, hey, that's the situation at hand. We've got draft capital next year. Let's see if there's any tweets about this. I hope Joe Southwick isn't rushed because he's already the best QB for the Vikings by default. Is this the end of the Brandon Weeden era in Cleveland? Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Looking at what the Browns have at quarterback right now, I don't see why A.J. McCarron can't win the job. Are the Cowboys trying to move to the 14th pick? I mean, they were, but I was not giving them the trade. Okay, so we're probably not going to move unless I see a run on offensive linemen. Marcus Rush goes. Jacksonville does need pass rush, so that makes sense. Norwell goes to Miami. Goddamn, Miami is stockpiling stuff. So, I want to look at the situation at hand, because if a team wants a guard, the best guard available is Chris Watt. And that's who I'm taking in the second round if he's there. Now, you do have a handful of tackles in front of him and centers, but if you want a guard, you take Chris Watt. I don't really want to move back up into the first for him. I wouldn't mind moving up in the second, but we'll see how the draft board falls. But that's the situation right now. Jameel Douglas goes to St. Louis at 18. Aaron Colvin goes to New England. Michael Hartvis, you know, that's how that's pronounced. Michael Hartvis, goes to the Falcons. I pronounced that properly. Don't question it. D Ford to the Giants. The Broncos select Justin Gilbert. There you go, Jaron. That's who Aaron Murray's going to be throwing at. Taylor Hart to the Chiefs. The Niners select Jordan Matthews. I wonder if they were trying to trade up for him. Because they wanted to trade up. I don't know who they were trying to trade up for, but got a wide receiver. Okay. Kevin Reese to the Lions. Rashad Green to Washington. Sean Lewis to Buffalo. C.J. Mosley to the Ravens. More realism. Taylor Martinez goes to Tennessee. Did they trade for that pick? Did they trade for that pick? Because they were not on the board yet. I think they traded up. I haven't been paying attention to see if anybody's traded up. Philly's on the board, or Philly's on the clock. And they take Jared Alberdaris. I love Jared Alberdaris. He's not going to work out, though, Philly. Sorry. And with the last pick of the first round, the San Diego Superchargers select Christian Bryant. All right. Jackson Jeffcoat starts the second round for Cincinnati. St. Louis selects Marquise Flowers. Okay, I'm not worried right now. John Hubbard, the first back taken off the board to the Jets. Green Bay does not make the pick. A trade up by the Ravens to select LaMarcus Joyner, who was projected to go 7th. That man fell to the 4th pick in the second round. The question is why. The Raiders do make their pick. Dion Blue. Arizona selects Stephen Morris, the quarterback out of Miami. Seattle takes Darius Lipford. Jacob Pedersen to Dallas. Oh, wow, they like the Jets taking a running back. Matt Miller did, at least. Corey Brown to Miami. Pittsburgh selects Terrence Brooks. Miami takes Chris Smith. Or Minnesota takes Chris Smith. Tampa. Okay, this is big. Because there are 2 guys right now that I'd be fine taking at 14 at this pick. And then I might trade up to get the other guy. Jeff Scott goes to the Saints. That is a very Saints pick. That is LaShawn McCoy. Darren Sproles-esque. Okay. Nobody wants to trade up here. Cool. So, we have 2 options. We can go safety, which we already have a guy in place, and go Ty Zimmerman. How do I not know anything else about him? Scouted. There we go. That shows me everything I want to see now. Alright, no it doesn't. Okay. It's Carlos Williams. Why? Did I like anything about him? I don't remember. We just go Chris Watt. I mean, we know he's going to be solid. We have a needed guard. With our second round pick, we select guard Chris Watt, Notre Dame. Or Notre Dame, whatever you wish to pronounce it. We go with the not sexy pick of the offensive lineman. We did take our quarterback, and we got to keep him upright. So hopefully we can trade the house for Jadeveon Clowney next year. James Gale. Now, fun fact, from what I've seen of James Gale in this game, he normally always ends up good. Will Sutton goes. Quandre Diggs to Indy. Shaquille Evans. Casey Pascal, quarterback to the Patriots in the second round. Okay. Mentor that man, Tom. Donald Hawkins. Taj Jones. Jordan Love, Aaron Rodgers move there. I mean, it's the second round, not the first, but yeah, very similar. Gabe Eichard, who is expected to go in the third round, goes mid to late area here to the Broncos. Interesting. All right. Damian Williams to the Niners. Makes sense. James White then is selected when the Niners trade up. They traded up to go back-to-back running backs. What the fuck did we just see? Was Kyle Shanahan here already? Because that is the most Kyle Shanahan move. Dude. They just went back-to-back running backs. And they're the same type of running back. Like, Damian Williams and James White are very similar. If we're looking at it reality-wise. I don't know in game, but from reality, that is very much the same kind of back. Dude, that's crazy. I love that. This is still Jim Harbaugh's Niners. Yeah, Harbaugh's doubling down on the... He's quadrupling down on the run. They did lose Kendall Hunter. They don't have Kendall Hunter. And all they have is Frank Gore, so I guess so. Harbaugh, Greg Roman, and Vic Fangio are the big three. Yeah, so that makes sense. You need the ground game for those two. That's crazy. Daniel McCullers, the big defensive tackle, goes to Houston. They did just sign Terrence Cody, too. Nick O'Leary to Detroit. Tight end out of Florida State. Ed Stinson. Okay. Buffalo making the pick here. They'll take Asa Watson, the tight end. Baltimore makes this pick for a left tackle. Seattle takes Garrison Smith. The Eagles will make this pick for Mike Davis. And the Chargers will trade to the Jacksonville Jaguars, who traded up for Trevor Riley. They went dual ends in the second round. I actually love that play by Jacksonville. Mainly because Trevor Riley is more of a run stopper, and you got your pass rusher in Guile. So, good move, Jacksonville. All right. Third round begins. I've got an idea of how I want to attack this third round, but we'll see how the board falls. I don't think I'm going to be making moves. That would have been one of the few guys I would have probably tried to make a move for if it had gotten to around like the 7th pick of the round. So, no Fedorowicz for us. David never fails to the Rams. Oh, Lord. I believe, if I'm right, fun fact, that is exactly who Hurricane drafted in his Madden 25 Rams franchise, I believe. I could be wrong on that. I believe he drafted David Never Fails. I want to say it was in the third round, too. Huh. Might have been a little later, but the game knows. All right, next pick. The Jets do take a safety here. Packers take Kirby Enos. The Raiders go running back Roy Finch. He's a 6th rounder by the Bears. I mean, David never fails, man. He failed big time. Cardinals do make the pick. Jake Matthews. We know that's a very solid left tackle selection. He's got pretty good pass blocking, so that's actually a whole round higher than he was projected. Good pick, though, in my opinion. Arguably the best left tackle in the NFC currently. He's still going strong, man. He's still a great left tackle. Okay, Dallas. Will they make the selection? They will. Marcus Mariota to the Dallas Cowboys. Who saw that coming? Okay. This is our first pick here is from the Steelers, which is great. And then we pick 4 picks later. Chicago selects Ty Zimmerman. Bet you'll never guess who my pick was going to be. I bet you'll never guess who I was going to select with this exact pick. You guys will never guess the guy I was going to take right at 10. You'd never be able to figure it out. Somehow this game always fucking does it. It always does it. Every goddamn time. I was gonna take Zimmerman with this pick. I didn't think he'd get taken. I thought he might fall because he kept slipping. So I'm like, okay, we might get him, so I'm not gonna move. And of course. A lot of linebackers fell and a lot of corners fell. Both their positions were not really needy at. So Carlos Williams is here at safety. I don't want to feel like I have to take a safety, but I may just take him because there's not really many options. Who did I scout at safety outside of Williams? Here we go. Yeah, you don't do anything, Carlos. You're not good at a lot. Can you at least tackle? I didn't see if his tackle was... Let's see. Tackle. C tackling, A hit power. What was the pursuit? F. Oh, God. Lord. I might feel better with Hakeem Smith. Hell, I think we could make an argument Craig Lawson's better. Yeah, there's not much. There's not much here. I mean, given the guy is going to be a backup, I think I might just wait, maybe take Lawson later. That fucking sucks. Okay. We didn't scout any corners here. Any linebackers? Nope. Well, Khalil Mack. Oh, we do have Grady Jarrett. I forgot about that. I forgot we did scout Grady Jarrett. See, I can start pulling out like real deep cuts of players, and we can start taking guys way too high and hope we're getting the steals that I believe they are, but, you know. That's a choice. That's all I need to know about Dree Archer. God, that fucking sucks. Okay, when is Lost and expected to go? 5th round? Okay. I hate to say that I feel better taking Jawan James right now. Here, let me... What was Cyril Richardson's? Other stats here. Okay, he had the CCD. KD awareness. Yeah, Cyril Richardson's the best guard remaining. I don't know what to do. I'm just looking at some of the players that are still on the board. Just to get an idea if I want to take like a flyer on someone. Okay, we've got two options. We can take one of the guys we know is at least decent. You know, we can go with a Cyril Richardson, Jawan James, or Grady Jarrett. Or we can take a flyer on somebody that's fallen. Those are the options. Those are the options right now. Jawan James is the last man standing right now at right tackle. So if somebody wants a right tackle, they're probably going to take Jawan James. Although there's 95 left tackles remaining. So, what do we think? Do we take the flyer or do we take the guy that we scouted? Or take one of the guys we scouted, I should say. I'd take a drink with the cap on. Oh, Jen, you're being deferred to. Because I'll tell you now, I wouldn't mind going with EJ Gaines. We know nothing about him. But he's a second-round prospect, decent size. These linebackers don't really fit us for the most part. What we're going to go with, and we sure as hell don't need a receiver that's fallen when he's not going to get snaps. If we're going to take a flyer, it's probably going to be on EJ Gaines. Now, there is always the possibility he's still there in the 4th round, too. Because right now, if we're going to take somebody, I'm either going to take Jawan James or Cyril Richardson, and then next pick, maybe Grady Jarrett. If we take somebody we've scouted. Yeah, I might just take Jawan James here. That C awareness along with the C pass and C run with A strength. I'm just going to take him right now. I'm just taking Jawan James. I don't want to miss out on him if I wait too long at this point. And there's going to be a lot of guys that fall, and we are going to just take some flyers anyways, so. It's a big reach by the way it's projected, but let's see if there's any tweets about this. No tweets about our amazing offensive lineman selection? We went back-to-back offensive linemen. Come on. Don't tell me you're not interested. Eh, there we go. Skip Bayless. Thinks he'll end up at least really good. That really doesn't mean much. It's Skip Bayless, but you know. Brian Jones goes to Minnesota. Next pick. The Jets take Xavier Grimble. The Saints stay and take Brian Stork. And we will probably make the selection. Yep, no trade situations. I would have definitely eyeballed a trade down. And I think here we go Grady Jarrett. We go the guy we know is solid. A little undersized, but solid. We're overdrafting from position or from projected spots, but I don't care. Kane Coulter to Jacksonville. Damn. Okay, Jacksonville. Nathan Schilhaas to Miami. Quarterback's going off the board now. Steele DeVito. Roderick Jenkins. I will say, whatever the linebacker is that's fallen so far, he always does. He always falls this far. Trey Boston goes to Denver. Thought about taking him. Thought about it. Corey Nelson, there, he's finally off the board. He always falls. Wesley Johnson goes. Corey Lindsley off the board. If he had fallen to the 4th, I would have taken him. I just wanted to get a guy I knew we knew something about with that second pick. So Chris Cooley from Arizona State goes to Baltimore. EJ Gaines goes late to Minnesota. Derek Bonner's gone. And Cyril Richardson goes to in the 3rd round. I'm happy. I'm happy I took Jawan James when I did. I'm very happy. Because I would have only gotten one of them. I think I only would have gotten one of them. I'm happy I took Jawan James when I did. I did not think I was thinking Cyril Richardson here in the 4th round, and he goes right at the end of the 3rd. We were trying to figure out who I was taking. I ended up going Jawan James and Grady Jarrett with the 2 third-round picks. So I picked a little higher than their value stated from their projections. But what? Oh, answer. I don't know why I was confused things for a second. Ryan Russell. Andre McDonald. No trades happening right now. Everything's quiet. Yeah, no moves being made. Chicago goes Charles Leno. That's legit. James Hurst. Wow, that's weird. Playing a lot for Baltimore. Now he's in Pittsburgh. Okay. Next pick is Christian Kirksey. Thomas Gordon. There is a team that wants to trade up. It's definitely a spot I could move down from. We don't really have any guys that I'm terribly crazy for right now. It's going to be a lot of depth here. I just want to see who's available before I start looking at the trade down offers. Carlos Williams dropped all the way here. I think this could definitely be a Hakeem Smith or Craig Loston pick. And then the next one might be Dre Archer just so I get him. Maybe. I'm not sure yet. I would like to take a center at some point. And I think Swanson might be the best center left available. Given Lindsley just went. Yep, Swanson's the next best. So maybe I go Swanson this round, Dre Archer the next round possibly if I can. Let's look at these moves I can make here. What is the trade down offers? What's your offer? A 3rd round pick next year from New England. No, because you don't trade with the Patriots around this time. Because they're coming up for a player I want. I guarantee it. So I think right here, I'm going to take Travis Swanson. He's the top center available. I want to make sure we get a center this draft. Good size at 6'5", 314. Let's do it. Travis Swanson. We still have one more 4th round selection as well. Brandon Thomas goes. We went heavy on the offensive line today. Keith Winning. Does New England still want to trade? No, it's Dallas this time. I don't think they're coming up for Dre Archer, but I might take that. Because I don't know if there's a player right now that I'm interested in enough. Unless I wanted to go safety. Fuck it. I'm going running back. I'm going Dre Archer right here because he's fast as fuck, boy. I know he's got speed, and I want that speed. A wise man once said, speed kills. Did they say anything about him? I want to see if they said anything about Dre Archer. They're talking about all the quarterbacks that have gone. Dre Archer can share snaps at this level. I think at this point, Jason Verrett just went. Jordan Lynch to Buffalo, as we all expected. Connor Shaw to the Giants. Rashid Hageman. Devin Street. It went Hakeem Smith, so Loston is the only safety really available. I think we might, after this next pick, we're probably just going to sim to our remaining picks. I'm happy I took Travis Swanson when I did. I'm happy I took Swanson when I did. Yep. Kyle Van Noy. Anthony Barr goes. So what position we want to go with? I went Chris Borland. What do you guys think position-wise? What should we go with? It won't be safety, I'll tell you that much. God damn you, Tampa. That's funny. That's funny as hell. I lost a follower. I don't know who it was, but I lost a follower. Fun fact. That's funny as hell. I love Derek Carr to the Saints. That's great. Okay. We've got what? 3 picks left? I might take Noel Grigsby just because he's fallen so far. How many guys have I even scouted that are still available? Carlos Williams. Adrian Amos. Could take Amos. No, I'm not taking Amos. He's got better coverage skills, though. He'd play free more than he would strong safety. Yeah. Really, at this point, Carlos Williams makes sense. We're late enough in the draft that I'd be okay with this pick. So, yeah, let's do it. Carlos Williams. Don't have a, young safety, so might as well. He fell all the way to the 5th round. I am just going to advance to the next user pick because I'm not going to make any moves. We have 2 selections left. And depending on if a specific receiver is here, that's going to be one of our last picks. Nah. Gabe Jackson just won, apparently. This is the one thing with the back end of these drafts. Everything just kind of becomes a slug. He's available. So there are two positions I want to look at. Okay. We can go after a true fullback. Or a wide receiver. I will let you guys decide. What position do we take first? Wide receiver or fullback? And then after that, if there's a specific player you want, tell me. Because right now, wide receiver, I would take Brandon Cooks, Quentin Patton, or Quentin Payton, maybe. Jazz Reynolds got good size at 6'2", 198. What are we thinking? Fullback or wide out? We'll also sim through free agency, sim through preseason here before we head out today. $69. How are you a 96 at size? And Quentin Payton's a 69. I guess it's for your style of play. Huh. I'm going to take a fullback first because there's going to be plenty of receivers. Let's go Ryan Hewitt. Actually, wait a minute. Am I sure about this? Actually, I'm going to go Jay Praj. He's the top fullback on the board. He's got better productivity. We have a fullback, guys. A legitimate fullback. Advance to our final pick. Whoops. With our last selection, we are going to select a wide receiver. And good thing I took a fullback. Because apparently the fullback run was a thing. And we are going to select. See what wide receivers are available. He's here. Okay. Final pick of the draft will be wide receiver Brandon Cooks out of Oregon State. There we go. That is our draft. I mean, the main thing that mattered was getting our quarterback. We got that. Next user pick, which should take us to the end of the draft. I don't think we have another 7th round selection. No, we don't. Let's see how good our draft went. There's a couple of guys I'd like to see, but I don't remember where they went exactly. So, started with A.J. McCarron. If you just flipped the two of them, we killed it. If you flipped the two of them, we killed it. Excuse me? What is your strength? I mean, I knew he had F there, but like where's the basic shit here? But where's the 68 tackling? What the hell? Grady Jarrett played me for a fool. Grady Jarrett played me for a fool, I tell you. That is the worst selection I've ever made. I've made some bad picks. Thank God my first two rounds, if you flipped them, are perfect. And the third round, even not that bad. 68 for Juwan James, I'll take it. 69 for Travis Swanson, nice. 63 for Dree Archer, who's mainly here to be a kick returner. The fullback's a 48, but he's a fullback, so doesn't matter. No, not really. And Brandon Cooks is a depth receiver, so not going to complain about that. Grady Jarrett, though, that, dear Lord, I screwed up there. Let's see, though. Miami, you selected Andrew Norwell. 81. So he was slightly better. He was slightly better overall wise. I want to know, Shieldhouse? Oh God, that was their only real solid pick. Everybody else, well, they took two quarterbacks and back to back really, but nothing great there. Jaren, I'm gonna do this for you so you can know if you're happy about Aaron Murray. Are you ready? I hope you're ready for this. Oh, look at this. In the 7th round, you selected Central Henderson. 75 overall. Are you happy with Aaron Murray? Let's see what his throw power is. 71 deep, 77 mid, 70 throw accuracy, 85 short. His throw power is 94. He's got a big arm. He's got 21 zone coverage. Had a good start to the draft, 75 and a 72. Two decent picks here. Raiders actually had a pretty good draft. How'd the Ravens do? They took CJ Mosley initially. In the 2nd round, they got the steal of LaMarcus Joyner. He fell to the 2nd, and they traded up to get him. That was kind of their big gets. Not crazy. They got James White. The Steelers did not have a great draft. Gabe Jackson was their best pick in the 6th round. It could have been a lot worse, but they didn't have a great draft. The Bengals, who had the number 1 pick in the draft, of course, took Bryn Renner at a 76 overall, proceeded to take Jackson Jeffcoat in the 2nd. CJ Fedorowicz was decent, but okay, at least I only had one guy really in the 40s that mattered. The other one's a fullback. So, yeah, you drafted 240 overall defensive tackles. I want to know. Okay, here's Loston. 69, so did better there. Who got Lindsley? Chris Davis was only a 74? Wow. It's a pretty weak class overall. 81 has been the highest I've seen. Ooh. 71 overall here. Victor Hampton. Miami so far has the best pick in Andrew Norwell. The Eagles had a terrible class. Ooh, that second and third round didn't go well. There's a reason Corey Nelson fell. '49ers got a steal in the third, apparently. Oh, Lord, the Giants didn't get a good pick till the third round. Oh, no. Oh, no. And the Jags had a terrible draft as well. Dear Lord, this class sucked. Oh, this class was bad. Logan Thomas was one of the better quarterbacks. Dude, this next class is going to be high-powered, I would assume, given how bad this class was. Like, there's barely any players over 75. Aaron Colvin with a 77. Taj Boyd's a 76. The best quarterback is 76. Dude, this is crazy. Corner class was decent. But, man. Also, offensive line class wasn't terrible either. Every other position was rough. Titans, they hit the nail on the head with Taylor Lewan. That's definite. Bruh. Kinda wish I went EJ Gain, 71. Once again, corner class was pretty good. I'm happy I took Chris Watt when I did because, man, this class could have been a lot worse for us if I hadn't. Cyril Richardson was really good too. I wish I remembered who took fucking Lindsley, but I don't know. I guess he wasn't very good because I would have eyeballed some stuff. So class was okay. Certainly not great, but okay. I do want to know, what is AJ McCarron? What kind of quarterback are you? Because that's the thing. What kind of quarterback are you, McCarron? Because if he's a strong-armed quarterback, then if we change our stuff to that, he'll be better. He'll fit the offense better. Hate that it doesn't tell me exactly. Alright, let me go to strategy. Because if I set it to strong arm, which is what I think he is, I think he'll be a better fit. Now that may also help Brandon Whedon as well, but Let's see. Let's see if that helped him out. Yep, he went up an overall. He went up one overall because he now fits the scheme a bit better. Alright, well. I feel okay about the draft. I'm not overly happy about it, but I'm fine with it. I'm upset with the Grady Jarrett pick. That's really the only pick I'm upset about. Every other pick I'm fine with. We'll sim through preseason, make our cuts. And then we will stop right before the start of the next season. We'll decide who the starting quarterback is. And we'll be ready to go. So let's go ahead and set up our depth chart. We also have to sign guys. Fill out the roster. Let's actually do that first, even though AJ McCarron is starting. Yeah, so it did help out Whedon. I want him to get... No, actually, Brandon Whedon is starting. AJ McCarron will be the backup because he'll get more of the snaps. Let's go to free agency. Pick up a couple extra players, you know, just a couple. Oh, Jermichael Finley is here. Hi, Jermichael Finley. How are you doing? I thought you'd been picked up by now. Apparently not. I could just sign John Skelton if I felt like it. But we have our quarterbacks. Running back, I feel fine with. We have a fullback. Wide receivers. Don't think there's any receivers I'm interested with going with. At least not right now. Tight end. I want to know if there are any... No. No undrafted free agents here. Okay. We do need another tight end, though. You know what? High point. That's a lot of money, Jermichael, for 1 year, man. I'm going to grab Julius Thomas. He was here last year. We're going to bring him back. Bring him back, Julius Thomas. Left tackle. Once again, I'm still looking for young guys. You know, 65 overall for undrafted free agent tackle? That's a pass blocker? You know what? Bring him in. Will he be our backup day one? Maybe not. But he's going to be here for the preseason. Center, because we need another one. We need more guards. That's what we actually need. I will bring in Jason Spitz, I think. Because we need a guy that can actually back up at guard. Bring back Alvin Bailey. Defensive tackle. Dude, they were all bad. Oh my god, it was just a bad class of defensive tackle. Holy shit. Why are you all awful? My god. Any young pass rushers? Sure, bring in Devon Kennard. Whoops. Middle linebacker. What do we got youth-wise? Not much. Well, if you ever wanted to make your franchise weaker, easy way of doing that, bring in a draft class. 'Cause it sure as hell does it. Sure, we'll bring in Chase Thomas. Corner. You were pretty good at corner, really. Ooh. Okay. Have some undrafted guys that are actually decent. I might bring in Keith McGill. Just because of his size. The O's pulled off an insane comeback. Speaking of that, I actually need to check. Hey, yay, the game is on Prime. Hell yeah. I'm going to pause the music for a second because I'm turning on the Angels game. Alright. Okay, music's back. And we're down 3-7 and 1-8-7. Oh, nice. I will say the Angels have looked okay in spring training. I liked the little bit I've seen. There's some interesting players. Jorge Soler still has his power. I'm very surprised. I did not think he was going to have as much power as he still has in him. So I'm very happy about that trade right now. Is this attacking 3-4? Ooh, it is. I don't want a run support guy. At free safety. Yeah, okay, well that sucks. Guess I'll bring in Josh Evans then to be that backup. He's more the cover guy. Yep. After that, I'll just have to check to see where we need guys at. And then we sim. How the fuck does the quality look so shit? It's the best, but like it looks shit. I can't tell who's on the goddamn mound. Oh, it's the camera. Never mind. Now I know why. It's the fucking camera that's out of fucking focus. That's what it is. The camera was out of focus. That's why it looks shit. Okay. Figured it out. We may have to add a running back. I will do that probably. I still want Spencer Ware to be our number 2. Fullback Jay Prosh. Yeah, we could add some more receivers. So I will look to add some more receivers. Get our team of we don't block guys. Backup left tackle is Gates right now. Ooh, or do I want Jawan James as the backup left tackle currently? Nope, he'll be the backup right. So we do need another left and right tackle. Bengals are planning on making Jamar Chase the highest paid non-quarterback in the league. Okay, how are they going to do that and also have fucking T. Higgins on the franchise? Because right now it is going to be rough for them. Okay, we're going to start Chris Watt at left guard. And right now, right guard's going to be Jason Spitz. Our offensive line is weird. It's going to be a lot of moving, and you're going to see some cap casualties. That's a guarantee. You are definitely going to see some cap casualties. Bailey's also here. He's going to play as a depth guard. He might be our backup right guard for now. Yep, might be. Ends. What do we have here? Ruben and Hood. Then we got Billy Wynn. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's great. Okay. I like our depth there then, for now. Defensive tackle. I would like at least one more guy at defensive tackle. Are they really playing? They are playing Mingo over Kruger. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. They're automatically playing Kruger as a depth piece. Oh, that's great. Yeah, we're totally gonna move him then. If I can find a partner for him, I am going to move him. Chase Thomas. Get this hop back up here. And then on the other side, I'll have Kennard under Kruger. Corners. We have a lot of corners. So, yeah. Safeties. We know how our safety room is working. That's not really a question right now. Badamosi's got to fight Josh Evans. Carlos Williams has to fight Slaughter. While Justin Bethel, for some reason, is now a 75. Why? How? I've got so many questions. Okay, kick return, though, is now up in the air. Because these two are fighting for that job. Who else can kick return? No one. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, don't you even think about it. This is a Dree Archer, Travis Benjamin job. Third down back. Dree Archer will be the third down back. Okay. So essentially offensive line and defensive line are really the only positions. Maybe some depth at receiver. It's really all we need to worry about for preseason. I'll start defensive tackle. I'm also going to change the music because we've been going with this for a while. Let's go. Let's do this one. There's just nobody that's any good right now on the free agent market. Like, unless you want a Casey Hampton, that's about all you're getting. Like, there is not much here. I'm going to sign Brandon Diedrich. He'll be our fourth defensive tackle. And then we need some tackles and some guards. I mainly want a left tackle, but I saw a young right tackle there. Okay, take me back to the right tackles. There was a young right tackle that was like a 72. Jordan Mills doesn't fit, though. Well. You know what? Fuck it, welcome to the team. I think that's all I need to do. I think. I'm trying to think if I want to bring another middle linebacker in. Probably could. Let's bring in Casey Matthews for the preseason. And I want to bring in like 1 to 2 receivers. Oh, there's Josh Morgan. I don't know who got signed now by the Raiders, because I thought they got Josh Morgan. Apparently not. Could bring in the Omen. I'm going to bring in Tobias Palmer just because I'm playing favorites. And then we'll bring in, was that 60? Okay, that was Jermaine Kearse. I was like a 68 overall rookie in this class? What the hell? Yeah, and then I think I'm going to bring in another rookie. Let's go Bernard Reedy. There we go. I think that's going to be our preseason roster. And you guys are lucky. I've got shit to do, but I'm still gonna sim us through the preseason because obviously no one wants to sit here at the preseason. I do also want to look at merch because we have to know. We've got to know who's making the money for us. Tobias is getting snaps. I could have used another tight end too, but I'm not going to worry about that. Yeah, I'm going to have Jordan Mills be the backup left. And he'll be the third right. Yep. Yep, I think that'll work for preseason. I was about to say, can Tobias Palmer now fight guys for the return game, even though he's not going to make the roster? Alright. We're moving forward with this lineup. If it doesn't work, well, if people get hurt, well, what jerseys do people want to buy? So we have Trent Richardson jerseys, Joe Hayden, Barkevius Mingo. We have Dree Archer jerseys. You guys buying the Dree Archer jersey? The jersey of the 6th round selection? No, 5th round selection. Sorry, we took him in the 5th, I believe. Maybe the 4th. But you guys taking a Dree Archer? You guys getting a Dree Archer jersey right now? I like that the quarterback that we drafted, like, his jersey's not up there. Brandon Whedon's jersey is not up there. Like, Dree Archer's got more personality than our quarterbacks. I love it. Yeah, I love it. Alright. Time to sim. Did we win? We did. Hot day. How? How the fuck did we win? Yeah, I've got so many questions. Oh, I did forget to shorten quarter length in the main menu, so I've got to do that for next week. Hey, Mingo's got... Barkevius Mingo got a pick? How the fuck did that happen? That's the logo of the Columbus Capitals. I got so confused seeing that logo. I didn't know who the fuck that was. I thought it was the DC Defenders. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was the DC Defenders. I thought somehow the UFL got involved. I need to go look at this. No, I hate it. Ah. Poor St. Louis. It's the UFL invasion. Oh, God, no. I've seen that story. I don't like it. Of course, Dwayne tries to pull that shit. Don't worry. They'll get a team back. Might be next season. We'll check the stats for the We'll check the stats here after week 4, so we see all the stats, and we'll figure out who's starting at quarterback. And right now, I think we're just gonna start AJ to start AJ because it just makes more sense to just give him the reins immediately. Dear Lord, people are trying to trade their fullbacks like crazy. Okay, let's chop. So, gotta cut 6 dudes. I mean, we haven't checked stats yet, so can't really say who's the smart guy to cut, but I'm going to cut Bernard Reedy because we just got him here, so sorry. I hate to say that it makes sense to cut Grady Jarrett, but I'll go ahead and cut Casey Matthews. Sadly, Keith McGill. Actually, I don't know how well you're playing, but your skills are not as good as Josh. Okay, yeah, no. Batamosi's getting cut. Yeah, no, I did not expect that to happen. I did not expect for the life of me that I was going to keep Josh Evans around. Yeah, I'll take the cap hit. Believe, yep, we only have one of those each. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut Grady Jarrett. I'm just going to eat that cap right now. We'll check stats here. for the next cut day, just so we know who to cut outside of Jason Campbell. It's top of the 5th in the Angels game, and it's 0-0. I'm very surprised because these spring training games, you normally see a shit ton of runs. Ooh, took a walk. Sean Well being patient. Alright. First things first, who's hurt? Well, we know who the day one starter is. Do we just put him on IR now and let AJ McCarron go? What do you think? Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and check the stats. So 3 weeks in, AJ McCarron has thrown for more yards. However, only 1 touchdown between the quarterbacks, and that's Whedon. 7 of 17, 9 of 18. They are very similar. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Those are the sacks. It's 17 of 47 and 17 of 35 and 18 of 47. They're both bad right now. And they've been getting destroyed. The fact that Whedon's the one with the shoulder tear is shocking. Well, no, I was just saying it because then, boom, we just IR him, and then it's McCarron getting all the progression. That's the only reason I said it. I have no bother keeping him on the roster. I only said it solely just then McCarron gets all the progression. Richardson's actually done really well. 4.4 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns. That's great. The receivers suck right now. Tobias Palmer is our second best receiver. Actually, he leads us in receiving yards. E-Man's got 1 catch. What the fuck is happening? So, Chris Watts allowed 4 sacks. I mean, he is a rookie. Joe Thomas has allowed 3. He is the best left tackle to ever play in football. Jordan Mills has allowed 3. Kingston 2. Juwan James 2. Alex Mack 1. And Alvin Bailey 1. Perry Riley with 28 tackles. Excuse me? Chase Thomas has 4 sacks? Okay, welcome to the team, Chase Thomas. Barkevius Mingo has 2 sacks and a pick. Who else has picks? Just Mingo and Hayden. Okay. Gonna be an interesting year. Quell Jackson, Riley, Owens, and Gibson have all forced fumbles. Did we recover all of them or just 2 of them? Just 2 of them. Oh, we have gotten some touchdowns defensively. Mingo and Hayden both got pick 6s. Once again, when we get picks, they're pick 6s. And John Potter is 7 of 8 in the preseason. Where does Miss come in? Okay, 50 plus. I'm just happy it wasn't from shorter. They're all very much the same in the return game so far. Yeah, so far there is nothing separating anyone. There is nothing separating any player on this team except for Chase Thomas. And I'll say right now, we're trading Paul Kruger. Because I'm going to keep Chase Thomas on the roster. So I got to find somebody who wants Paul Kruger. Who the fuck needs a pass rusher? Bills, you need a pass rusher, apparently. You want Paul Kruger? No, you don't. Okay. Does anyone want him? Is it the $7 million cap hit? Because then I understand it. Oh, wait, they can't take him. They don't have the cap space. You're kidding me. There's not a single team in the league that wants Paul Kruger. God, they can't take him either. They want him, but they can't take him. The teams with the cap space can't, or the teams with the cap space don't want him. The teams that want him don't have the cap space. Third round pick for him. I don't think they can take him anyways. They're interested, but need more value for a 3. Bruh. I want to see if anybody else is interested. The Broncos can take him. Okay, for a 3. They're not interested for Paul Kruger. It just said you had medium interest. Denver, you lied to me. Like, look at that. It's got medium interest. Okay, how about a 4? Yep. Okay, they're not budging. You've got to be kidding me. That's insanity. Yep. That $7 million is batshit insane. No one wants him for that money. I'd love to make a move to get rid of him, given we have a young guy who's got 4 fucking sacks in the preseason. Well, we're 1-2. Alright, cut day. Quarterback, I can't cut Jason Campbell now because we need him. I don't want to cut a running back, but I might have to cut a running back. How much am I going to have to eat off of this? 40, that's nothing. Ooh! Actually, yeah, I'll cut Devon Best. Make room for the younger players. Mills has not looked great, so I'm going to cut him. Give Gates an opportunity. Yeah, I really can't cut anybody else on the offensive line because that gives us 2 at each position. I'll cut John Hughes. It's a lot of cap to eat, but whatever. Oh, here we go. Actually, I can cut both James Michael Johnson and Kennard. There we go. That'll allow me to keep Thomas on the team. Finally. Who's the last cut? Normally it would be a quarterback, but we can't afford that. I'm not gonna lie, I might just cut Dion Lewis for his carrying. Yeah, compared to even Dree Archer, he's not good. Well, that's gonna get Dree Archer a couple more carries. Dear Lord, is that Joe Adell in center making mistakes? Come on. I look over and see a mistake right off the bat. So let me switch up the depth chart. Wide receiver. We'll move Tobias up to 5. Cooks to 6. Left tackle. Yates is going to get the chance to take those snaps. Left guard stays the same. Center stays the same. Right guard stays the same. Right tackle stays the same. Yep. I forgot Billy Wynn was injured. So, the depth at defensive end right now is not great. Say that much. Josh Evans. I will have to check free agency to see who got cut. Third down back, though. Dree Archer takes over as the backup behind Trent Richardson. And then Spencer Ware behind him. All right. The last... That's what these drafts are. You don't normally get a ton of hits. The pre-made drafts, normally there's a good amount of hits. The NCAA drafts, you don't fucking know what you're getting. It could be what we had, which was like 7 players are good, and then everybody else sucks. Or you get, that's a lot of good players. Congratulations. So, I assume we're going to end 1-3, which, hey, we won a game, which means, or we lost a game, which means we're not going winless. That's how the rules work. If you go undefeated in preseason, you could lose every game in the regular season. That's the way the rules work. I don't make them. That's just how they work. And we got to import the draft class. As we did last time, we will take a look at the class. (2015). This is the big class. This is the big class. Jadeveon Clowney, Teddy Bridgewater, Blake Bortles, Johnny Manziel, Odell Beckham, Mike Evans. This is a massive class. Okay, auto progress. Oh, Wisniewski's on the, whoops. Did not mean to do that. He's on the trade block. At least we're starting out at home this season, so we get some good pay coming in. And we will be without rookie right tackle Jawan James, so a little weak on the line, and no Brandon Weeden to start the year. So it's going to be A.J. McCarron to begin. And if you're wondering how A.J. McCarron did, well, how did he do in that last preseason game is the question. We won 20-10. We barely lost to Jacksonville 21-20. And it was a 9-point game against the Broncos. Weird. Oh, I can't look at it. Damn. Okay. Here's your schedule. We got the Bengals. We then head to Pittsburgh. So 2 division games right off the bat. Seattle, Baltimore, Colts. We finish up Baltimore by week 6. Titans, Steelers are finished up by week 8. Jacksonville bye week. Finish up the Bengals by week 11. Dear Lord, we finished the year at Columbus. There's like no, there's no real divisive fun late in the season because we finish up division games by week 11. Man, randomized schedule makers suck. I want to see if anything changed with the marketing. Nope. It's Dree Archer, Mingo, Hayden, Richardson, and Kruger selling jerseys. Timeout. How many people bought the Dree Archer jersey? What the fuck? More people bought the Dree Archer jersey than the Paul Kruger jersey. They heard that he was on the block. That's why. That's why. Yep. That's the only answer. So I'll let you guys decide. Do we want to just sim past week 1 to see what the trade block, see what the draft class looks like? Or do we want to just wait and everything happens next week? I'll let you guys decide. Feel like this is a good stop point? Okay. This is where we will call it for this week then. You know what? We can take a look at one thing. Because I didn't even think about it. Who do we have to re-sign? Fuck. We have a shit ton of cap room, which is good. We got some big re-signings. Okay, yeah, there's a couple big ones. 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5 guys that you definitely are kind of eyeballing to re-sign here. Oh yeah, we gonna be spending money. I got a feeling free agency ain't gonna be a splurge, but re-signing will. And the punters here too. We gotta re-sign the punter. Punters are people too. Keep that in mind. But with that, that will bring us to the end of this one. I appreciate you guys being here. Jaren, Dusk, was there anybody else? I don't think so. Addisic, appreciate you being here. There we go. I had to scroll up a long way in the chat. But next week, we'll get into Season 2 with A.J. McCarron at the helm with an injured Brandon Weeden on the sidelines. But Thursday, we'll get back to some No Escape VLR. We'll get that out of the way. Probably spend a good amount of time on that as long as I can get all I need done today. And then we've got the Pokemon League Friday. Gonna be fun. All that you can see over on Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube, watching this on Twitch, you know where it's going to be located. You know already. With that, I appreciate you guys, and I will see you, wait for it, next time.